The verb ser, to be. When you are saying na, I am, you are, he is, she is, we are. Okay. Then vosotros, you all are. Then they are. Right? To be. So the same verb is also estar, to be. Can you see here? Ser.
Yes, ma'am.
To be, and estar is also to be. I will tell you what is the difference between them. First, you write this. Yo soy, the conjugation in present tense. Both of them are in present tense, meaning same. I am, you are, he is, she is, we are, you all are, and they are. So, yo soy, tú eres, él, ella, usted es, nosotros somos, vosotros sois, ellos, ellas, ustedes son. Es verb ser. Estar, yo estoy, tú estás, él, ella, usted está, nosotros estamos, vosotros estáis, ellos, ellas, ustedes están. Okay. Just write this. And then I will tell you where are you going to use ser, where are you going to use estar. These are very important verbs. Okay. Ser, estar, tener, haber. And then we have saber, conocer. Then we have tomar, coger. Okay, so these have same meanings, but the uses when you are going to do that is different. So ser you are going to use it with permanent thing. Permanent. Okay. For example, yo soy Tapaswini. It's my permanent identity. Okay. I am Tapaswini. I'm always going to be Tapaswini. I'm not going to change my identity. Right? This is a permanent thing about me. Express your identity. It can be used for the permanent quality. Okay. Permanent quality, character that you can't change. Like, I am tall. My character, I can't change it. Okay, my permanent quality. Okay, then nationality of the person, which can't be changed. Okay, which can't be changed. Then estar is always used with temporary things. And also another important thing, the verb is used with location. Whenever you are saying na, India, la India está en Asia. It is in Asia. Okay, in Asia, so you can say está en Asia. Está. Okay. It can be used with mood. Your mood. How is your mood? Estoy triste. I am sad. Estoy bien. I'm asking you, ¿cómo estáis? How are you all? ¿Cómo estáis? You can say me, estoy bien. O estamos bien. Estamos triste. Estamos enojado, enojada. Okay. And sometimes it goes with physical appearance, physical condition. Or your location, where are you now, right now? Ubicación or location, okay. Estoy de India, no, never ever. Soy de India, okay. Always soy de India, ¿vale? This is wrong. Estoy de India. Soy de India, okay. Then estoy en el parque. I'm in the park. Soy feliz. No, it is wrong. It is estoy feliz. Okay, estoy feliz. I am happy. Soy gordito. No, it's your physical condition. You're fat. You're saying I'm fat, but you are fat now. Maybe after some years you can't be. Will change your look physical, and this you will be fit. Okay, so always estoy gordita, gordito. Okay. Somos en la playa. We are in the beach. No, no. It is estamos en la playa. Estamos. It is your location you are saying, na? That's why estamos. We are there in the beach. Okay. So this I gave for making my student do the correction. Okay. I made the correction with you. Okay. So don't write the same thing. If you have written correctly, that's fine. Sir. Yeah, Anupurva, can you read this one? Sir.
Yes,
Start
ma'am.
with-
Reading.
There is.
Yes, ma'am. Ser is one of the Spanish verbs that mean to be. Ser is used to describe permanent or long-term attributes like nationality and origin, ownership, personality, physical characteristic, professions, relationships, time and date.
Muy bien. The conjugation, verb conjugation, yo soy, tú eres, él, ella, ustedes, nosotros somos, vosotros sois, ellos, ellas, ustedes son. Okay. Shalini, can you read this one? Nacionalidad.
Yes, ma'am. Soy español, soy de Vitoria. Andrea es de Cádiz.
Cádiz.
Cádiz. Eres de Inglaterra.
Inglaterra is England. Okay.
Yeah.
You're from England.
Vicente, yo somos.
Lleno. This is E.
Yeah. Vicente y yo somos de las
Las Canarias,
Las
Canary Island.
Canarias.
We are from
Peter is Irlande.
Peter is from Ireland.
Yeah. Nosotras somos canadienses.
We are Canadians. Yeah.
Ustedes son Australians.
Australianos. Yeah. They are all Australians. Okay. No es tu problema. Es el problema de Andres. It is not your problem. La propiedad. Like when you are saying, okay, this is yours, this is not yours, then you will use this problem of Andres. Okay. Yo soy bajo, baja. I am short. Tú eres alto. You are tall. Mis hermanos son fantásticos. My brothers are fantastics. Fantásticos. Okay. Awesome. Mi hermano es un doctor. My brother is one doctor. Okay, that's why S. Yo soy ingeniero. Doctor can't change his profession. Can be doctor only. Yo soy ingeniero. I'm engineer. I'm an engineer. Okay, this is the permanent profession. Él es camarero. He is the waiter. Doctor, ingeniero is engineer. Camarero is waiter. Profession we will do next class tomorrow. María es mi madre. María is my mother. Okay, she's my mother always. Okay. Él es mi hermano. He is my brother. Ramón y Marcos son mis amigos. Ramón and Marcos, they're my friends. Marta es mi novia. Marta is my girlfriend. Novia is girlfriend. Juan es mi novio. Juan is boyfriend. Hoy es lunes. Today is Monday. Hoy es 25 de septiembre. Today is 25th September. Ahora es primavera. Now it is spring. Son las 3 de la tarde. Time. Time will also take the verb ser. Okay. Now let's see. Just going to share the video.
On today's lesson of the language tutor, I want to talk to you about a verb that is used as to be. And think about this. What are the conjugations or the different forms of to be in English? Well, if I say, one day I want to be a Spanish teacher, well, a form of that, if I'm going to use it with those pronouns like I.
Tomorrow we will do days of the week, months of the year, okay, numbers till million, professions. Vale? Yeah? So to remember, make me remember. Okay, Anupurva?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I and you and we and they, but we have to change it. We don't say I to be, right? So we have to change it. And in English, we say I am, and we say you are, and we say she is, and they are, and we are, and you, plural, are. So the forms of to be in the present tense are is, am, and are. Now think about how many times a day we say is, am, and are all the time, right? So think about how common this is going to be in your speaking in your conversation in Spanish. You're going to be using this all the time. So it's really good to go ahead and get to know this verb. Here's the problem, friends. There are two ways to say to be in Spanish. It's a little bit more challenging. Not a big deal, though. You're going to have it down before you know it. So today, I want to talk to you about the first one, okay? And that is the verb ser, S-E-R, ser. Now, ser literally means to be, okay? So if I was going to say in Spanish, that sentence I used a while ago, one day I want to be a Spanish teacher, I would say ser for to be, because that's exactly what it means, okay? Now, the issue is that when we're going to use it with I or you or he or she, just like English, we can't leave it ser. All right, now remember those pronouns we learned? Yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes. Well, we can't just bring ser and use it with those pronouns. We can't say yo ser, because that would mean, same thing in English, I to be. It doesn't make sense, does it? So just like in English, when we change to be to am, we're going to change ser also. So here we go. I'm going to put up the chart. Remember the chart we learned, and we were talking about how important it was to put the pronouns on that chart and to learn where the yo is and learn where the tú is and what that means, and the él, ella, and usted. And I said, usted also means you. And remember what I was talking about, hey, why doesn't it go up here with tú? They mean the same thing. And I said, no, you got to put it down here because they use all the same stuff. Usted uses the same stuff as él and ella. Well, right now you're going to find out what that means. It's going to make sense to you. So we got the chart up here. I'm going to put the forms of ser on this chart for you. And I want you to see the different forms. These are the is, the am, and the ares of the verb ser. All right? So first of all, up here in the top left of the chart, we're going to put this word, soy. Soy, S-O-Y. Now think about this. This is where we start going. I'm going to use my visual organizer. I've got the chart. It's imprinted in my mind. I know that yo is up here. Soy is also up here on the chart. So soy goes with yo. So what do you think soy might mean? If we know it's an is, an am, or an are, it's one of those. You got it. It means I am. Okay? So the way we say I am is yo soy. Now here's the interesting thing about Spanish. You don't even have to say yo. You can just say soy. All right? You can say yo soy. People do it all the time. Or you can just say soy. Either one. But I am is soy. Now let's move down to the middle left. I'm talking to you, someone I know well. That's the tú form. Tú eres. Eres. E-R-E-S. That means you are. Okay? That's you are. When I'm talking to that one person that I know well, a friend, it's informal. It's not respectful. It's just casual and informal. So tú eres. Now let's move down to the bottom left of the chart. The él, ella, and usted form. We're going to use the word es. S-E-S. So this actually kind of has two meanings. It depends on which one you're using it with. So with él and ella, it means he and she are, or he is and she is. Okay? He is, she is. But now with usted, it's are, because we say you are in Spanish. Okay? So he is, él es, she is, ella es, you are, usted es. Okay? Sometimes people say, well, if it's usted es, how do you know whether you're not saying ustedes? The plural for you, plural. Well, that's a really good question. But honestly, in the context of the conversation, you're going to understand. It's just like in English, when you have the word bear, you know which bear you're talking about. I can't bear to think about it, or we were on the trail and saw a bear, or, here are the bear facts. You understand it by conversation. Same thing in Spanish, so don't even worry about that. You'll be fine. So now you see that usted uses the same stuff as él and ella. So that's why we put it together. Let's go to the top right of the chart. Nosotros, we are. Nosotros somos. Somos. That means we are. Okay, let's go to the middle right over there. The Spain version. Remember, we use vosotros pretty much in Spain. There are some countries that will say vos as a short form, but I don't want to go into that right now because that's getting a little bit in depth because it's different from country to country. I've heard it used several different ways. But right now, let's stick with vosotros. And the word that goes with that is sois, S-O-I-S. Vosotros sois, that means you, plural, all of you are. And then finally, on the bottom right, we've got ellos, ellas, and ustedes. And those obviously mean they are, and ustedes means you, plural, are. And they all use son, S-O-N, son. So they are, ellos son, ellas son, and you, plural, are, ustedes son. Okay, now I want you to be working on those. Think about, just you're driving down the road, quiz yourself. How do I say I am? Yo soy. How do you say she is? Ella es. Just be thinking about those and getting them in your mind. But now, before we end today's lesson, I want to talk to you about when we use ser, because this is really important. Later on in a future lesson, I'm going to talk to you about the other form of to be. And I want you to have this one down nice and solid first so that you don't have to struggle with that and the other one later. You already know this one pretty solid, and all you got to do is kind of bring the other one in. It's not going to be hard, don't worry. So I want to put this word up here on the screen, poppin', P-O-P-I-N. Poppin' is something, and there are lots of different ways, but this is one that I use to teach my students when we use the verb ser. Poppin' stands for permanent condition, occupation, place of origin, identification, and nationality. Now, I'm going to give you just an overview thought that I want you to keep in your head. Ser really is talking about who we are as people, our beings, who we are, our identification, right? And we don't really use this in temporary ways, like being sick or something. This is more of who we are as people. So permanent condition was the first P. That might be, I'm tall or she is short. Now, a lot of times my students want to go, well, what if that person's short, but later they're going to grow up and they're going to be tall, and we start reading into it. You can't do that. Okay, so permanent condition, whether it's tall, short, skinny, whatever the case may be, that's who you are as a person at that time, and that's going to be said. All right, so O stands for occupation. Obviously, that's your job. Anytime you're going to say doctor, lawyer, teacher, you're going to use ser to say that. So yo soy profesor de español. Now, notice I did not say I am a teacher. With occupations, we just say I am teacher. She is lawyer. All right, it's a little different than English. Now, so we got permanent condition, occupation, place of origin, where you're from. I am from Georgia. That's always going to be said. Never will change. That's who I am as part of my identity. I stands for identification. That could be anything that identifies you, an American citizen, or whatever the case may be. If it's identifying who you are as a person, that is ser. And finally, nationality. Obviously, American, Venezuelan, Colombian, always going to be ser.